I was making a film in Namibia, in southern Africa, a film called Flight of the Phoenix, and I was stuck in the desert for 4 months making this film. And I think in about January, there was one fax machine in the hotel, and I got these 3 pages of script about a television show, and in those 3 pages I could tell this is going to be good. This is a very good character. But I didn't think the character was the hero. I didn't think he was the center of the show. I thought he was just one guy, and there would be other, the hero would be someone else. And it wasn't until I got the whole script that I realized that House was the character, because it wasn't called House. It didn't have a title then. So that was the biggest surprise, was to discover that they were making the whole show about this character, and they were going to call it House, and they were making a show about such an apparently unlikable and complicated guy who, because usually on American TV the heroes are very handsome and they're very good and they're saints, they're saintly figures, and this was an unusual thing to have such a horrible man at the middle of the show. But I loved him right from the start. I just loved the character. I just thought he made me laugh, and I just felt for him. I just liked him right from the beginning. Well, the truth is, I hope that there is no answer to that question, because if we can ever answer the question, then the show's finished. Whatever's interesting about the show should be that you're always trying to find out who is House, and once you know the answer, then we're done, we're finished. So I hope there is no answer yet. I mean, maybe there will be, but right now I feel like no, I still don't know who this guy is. I think that he cares about people. I do believe that he cares about people. I just don't believe that he ever wants anyone to know that he cares. He doesn't want to be seen caring, because I think he doesn't, he's very dismissive of approval and applause. He doesn't like public displays of approval, or he doesn't want people to go, oh, well done, you're such a clever. He's very suspicious of any of those sorts of motivations. So whatever he does feel for patients, he hides all the time. And I think ultimately he's more interested in the truth than he is in people's approval. And the truth ultimately is what will save lives. The truth, scientific truth and a moral truth, is what is important. It's important in life and in death. And I think he knows that, and feels that that is the most important thing that he can give his patients, and that everything else, kindness and politeness and manners and all those things, they all come second to truth. I think truth is is the most important thing to him. Well, when I see the script, and I very quickly get a sound in my head of like a piece of music, how it should sound, and whether the scene is fast or slow, and whether it's loud or soft, and what sort of tone that House is trying to strike. It is sort of like, I feel it is a bit like a piece of music, and I have that in my head, and then the rest of the day I'm trying to get what I have in my head, and I usually don't manage to do it, but can be very frustrating sometimes. But I think I believe that there is a little bit of House in everybody. I think we all have sometimes we have a sort of impatience with people we work with, people we come into contact with, and there are things we wish we could say, but we don't say them because we know that you know. That question I can't answer. I think it's ridiculous. I suppose he's sexy because he doesn't care. I think maybe that's a good thing. That's an interesting thing. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about his appearance. He doesn't care what people think of him, and that sort of there's a kind of bravery to that, which maybe is sexy. But apart from that, I don't know. I don't think of him as sexy myself, but that I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I think it's ridiculous. I don't think he will. I think one of the problems with television is that the central characters really in television don't change. It's the characters around them who change. In films, in movies, it's the other way around. It's the central characters who change and the outside characters don't. But what you are always having to do is to make it appear that the character is changing, to have a feeling of movement. But in actual fact, whether the show is Kojak or Columbo or Star Trek or whatever it is, certain things just stay the same all the way through. And that's usually the central character. So no, I don't think House will change. I mean, if he does change, if he finds happiness or he finds love or he finds any of those things, then I think the show's over. Right? He's sort of like an open wound, you know. And once he heals, I think the show's probably done. I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer. I think the scripts are very, very good, and I think that the mysteries, the medical mysteries, are very good, and I think the show is funny. But there are lots of good shows, lots of funny shows that people don't succeed. I mean, every year they make very good shows that don't succeed. So why this one has got lucky, I don't know. It's like lightning. It's just, you know, we just got lucky, and it'll go away, you know, in a year's time or 2 years' time or 3 years' time, it'll all be finished, you know, and people will be bored. But right now, I think we're just plain lucky.